2b2t.org is Minecraft's oldest anarchy server. It's a server that's been on the same map since December of 2010 and is over 3.8 terabytes in size and has seen over 200,000 players. And you'd think after all this time the server would be a complete wasteland, but surprisingly, players over the years have created a vast network of easy to navigate highways, roads, paths, and tunnels for traveling. The server has highways in the overworld, the nether, and even the end. 2b2t's most famous highways are found in the nether. Highways that start at 00 and go out each of the 4 cardinal directions and can take players all the way to the overworld world border at 30 million blocks. Players typically travel these highways by horse, pig, or just walking. Now this video is not about the highways that everybody knows about, like the nether highways, the diagonals, or even the southern canal. This is about some of the lesser known roads that probably 99% of the players have never seen or heard of before. Hey everybody, BarrenDome here again for another tour of little known highways on 2b2t. Today we're in the end, and I thought it was appropriate because, 2 weeks ago, House re-enabled the end portals, and there was a mad dash of players to come to the end, both old and new, and then swiftly all the end portals were griefed. With that, I guess welcome to my newest citizens in the end, because I actually have accounts here already, and I thought it'd be best to show you around. But also for those of you that, missed out on getting to the end, so you don't know what it really looks like here on 2B, or those of you that, don't play on 2B and you want to see what the end looks like, I'm going to show you. Right now, this is the main end island. I know it looks kind of crazy, but you can kind of tell because this is the center portal, and then the dragon's way over there. I think she's stuck right now. But I am on a world download because I didn't have an account with priority queue to do this, and sometimes the lag makes it difficult to film. So world downloads are much easier to do in filming. With that, let me explain a little bit about the highway I'm going to talk about. It's actually kind of 2 parts. So these highways are built using Frostwalker boots and a machine that a player by the name of 1i_ built, and he got the idea from Ray's Works, who had built this ice bridge building machine, and the player was able to reconfigure it so it works on 2B, and he made these ice highways. So off in each of the 4 cardinal directions there's an ice highway. I don't know how far all of them go, but I know the one that I followed went out 50,000 blocks, and that's pretty far. But once you get 5,000 out, he connected all of those ice highways with a ice highway ring road. So I'm gonna kind of walk out that way, show you, the builds and kind of some sites along the way, and kind of explore from there. And I'll point out some things here and there that are kind of interesting, or just something that you kind of wouldn't expect. With that, we're gonna get going. For right now, as you see at the bottom right of my screen, you're going to see my coordinates, you're going to see direction, because it's 00 and I go from anywhere from here. You know exactly where I'm at. It's not a surprise. You just got to know. The easiest way to get onto the ice highway is actually to the west, because it actually starts up right behind this obsidian pillar. The rest of them, some of them start a little bit further out, or don't start until you get 5,000 out. But the west is the quickest one to get to. So we're going to start with that one first. So yeah, this is the 2b2t's end island. It is a chaotic mess of cobble monsters, destroyed endstone. You can see there's ice way up top there too, flowing water, obsidian everywhere. Just a big old mess. But we're gonna go this way. So as you can see, boom, the ice highway starts right here, which makes it for easy traveling. You don't have to go off on any of those other highways that are over there, or even some of the ones that are way up at build height, way up there. And this highway is just impressively, I wouldn't want to say maintained, because really there's no one here to maintain it. It's just that it's here, and those of you that have used it, just use it to continue on your way. So one of the probably the cool things you're going to notice right near spawn is bedrock. There is tons of bedrock all around 2B2T and spawned. And the reason it is there because of a failed plugin that House had used one time. It was created in an effort to patch holes in the nether and the overworld bedrock so players didn't get under the bedrock and travel. As you can see, yeah, the bedrock is still going down below. Every now and then you'll see a little bit of damage to the pathway, but either people restore it or just the rails are right there. But yeah, this is frosted ice. It's not real ice. So if there's a powerful light source like a torch near this, it will melt. You can kind of see certain areas back there. You saw there were some cracks. Either people were putting torches down, like, yeah, I see here, there's some cracks right here where it's starting to melt. But because there's no light here in the end, it will never melt. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue down here. I've got to go about 5,000 out before I even join up with the ring road. So it's going to be a long journey, and as I see anything along the way, I'm going to point them out to you guys. But it is a long journey, and for the most part, there's really not much to see. I mean, I'm going to point out some things here and there, but it's just a very quiet path. No issues, no real major holes that you have to jump over. You don't have to jump over anything. I can walk this entire thing AFK, and it would really be no issue. So with that, we're going to continue on, and I'm just going to cut to the next interesting part. Okay, we're about 300 away from joining up to the ring road, and you're probably asking, how come I didn't just jump into one of the exit end portals that are surrounding the end island to teleport myself out like a couple thousand blocks? Reason is because usually those portals have already been griefed and they're inaccessible, so you have no choice but to walk. And finding paths like this one, or even just single paths, just to get out further just makes life so much easier in traveling the end, especially since we're now using elytras at all. But yeah, this path, built by one eye underscore, it's just a perfect bridge. It's got you got the edges on it, so I can't accidentally fall off. You pretty much AFK this thing and it'd be no issue. And now we're coming up to the ring road right here. And there's my buddy. So when I was making this whole world download, I found this horse just sitting off to the side, and I luckily I had a saddle with me when I came into the end, so he made downloading this entire ring road possible. So thanks, buddy. So we're just gonna leave him here. He's fine. So what's cool about this ring road? So right now we're 5,000 out. So if I go 5,000 that way, I'll be at the corner, and then 5,000 that way, I'll be at the other corner to do the entire square, which takes you all the way around spawn and then back again. And then that way, this is the one highway I did walk all the way out. This highway went all the way out to 50,000 blocks, and that's where it ended. I think that's just where they stopped making it. It was unfortunate that the machine wasn't there. I was kind of hoping it would be there. So either it was there and people had since disassembled it and took all the parts, or maybe the creator disassembled it, took the parts, and went off one of the other highways. I just never got around to tracking the other highways down and seeing how far they went. So with that, we're going to leave our buddy, and we're kind of going to just go this way and follow it around. And if I see any kind of cool things, I'll point them out, and then when I hit the corners, I'll kind of show you. But this one is a lot longer than the nether ring road. Like I said, this is 5,000 out already, so it's 10,000 by 10,000, not 2,000 by 2,000. This is a giant ring road. And what's cool is, you're gonna pass, there's end cities that are close by. One of these even has a live shulker still living off of it. I think somebody was trying to transport them, and they just left him. Either they died or they gave up on him. But yeah, these ring roads, I mean, look at this ring road. It's, other than every now and then where you'll see like some broken ice with the water, you really could AFK this thing as long as you make sure that you've got like your sneak on so you don't walk off the edge. you could totally do that. Like, here's an in-city right here. Yeah, my render distance is only set to 5 because that's what 2B is right now. So you're only seeing what I was able to world download when I did the world download. Yep, we're going to keep traveling this for a little bit. And if I see anything else, I'll show it to you guys. Coming up upon another end city. You can see that one's already been raided. I have mobs turned off right now, but when I walked through here originally, there was no shulkers on that one. You can see where people have stared down, so they can easily get down off the highway when they need to, or they'll just break, you know, one of the rails, so it makes a water spout, and then they can just ride the water down. Okay, here's where we're coming up to a good sign right here. So right here, I actually remember this because I actually passed this when it was here. The machine had been stopped here. I don't know if remember he was AFK or what the deal was. So, you know, Decadent Deity says, how do I start this massive machine? It was like right here. And this is the one that was running it, the 1i_. He goes, I'd be happy to show you how it works. So he actually posted, what was it, about a year ago in the Reddit that he was making this. So this is actually where it was parked for a little while until it just continued on its way. Alright, we're coming up upon our first corner. This is the -5 by -5 corner. And as you can see, you know, this is where somebody can get down easily. Then they've got a path if they want to just start walking off that way, or even you could go that way too. And there's an end city over there. That's already been kind of cleared out, looks like. So this is a nice join. This is like a perfect join. Nice. Alright, let's continue on down the road again. Next big junction will be the 0 -5000. That's the highway that either goes back to the end island or goes further out. Yeah, before this bridge, I mean, like, you know, you see like pathways like this where people would just use the blocks that they had with them. So a lot of people would come up with nether blocks, or even just use the end stones that are here. They can make pathways from island to island. Or of course, there's always, you can kill endermen, get their ender pearls, and just shoot yourself across island to island. But you'll see lots of little pathways from island to island around here. People have gotten so used to traveling without their elytra that they have to find other ways of traveling. Like, I had thought about traveling with a boat on this, but because of the boat mechanics on 2B and the lag issues, I was worried that the speed and being on the boat and the boats, I would glitch through the ice highway and just fall into the void. So I stuck with walking until I found the horse. And then I didn't even speed entity with the horse because I didn't want any issues with lag, anything like that, to affect me, because lag is still in a show on 2B. You'll be walking, and then next thing you know, you're falling into the void. And I didn't want to have that issue, you know, trying to speed hack with the horse. So I would just go at normal speed. I didn't have to use up any hunger, so that was kind of nice. Is there fire? Yep. I saw a bonfire right down there. Okay, we're coming up to another junction. So if we went to the right, that would take us back to the main end island. And then if we went to the left, that would take us further out. And you can see that someone else built another highway. This is an older one because it was, I know that was here before the ice bridge. And that goes out, and that's actually a really good trail too. It's perfect for horses because the tunnels to the islands is a perfect height. Yep, and that goes all the way back to the end island too. So you've got this one's got two highways you can follow, and there's two trees here too. Yeah, if you come to the end and you don't have proper stuff, you're gonna have to scavenge. So when you find a tree like that and you can get some saplings, that's a godsend right there. I can tell you that right now. Alright, we're coming up to the next corner. This is the 5,000 by negative 5,000. And here you can kind of see where parts of it are joined. So let's see. That's ice. So yeah, this is frosted ice. So they put in regular ice here to join the parts together. Yeah, you can place regular ice. Frosted ice you can only make with the Frostwalker boots. Alright, we're coming up on the 5,000 0. So to the right is back to the end island, but there's no ice highway for that part. You'd have to just follow the single block line that way, and then this one goes out much further. I'm not sure how far that one goes out. Yeah, you can kind of see a lot of people have been here because every single one of those is like a pillar up. So you've got to guess at least 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 15 people have pillared up right there to get going. You can see some areas where the ice was broken. Yep. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, there hasn't been a single hole at all in the road. I've just been walking straight. If there has been a hole, somebody repaired it. It's pretty awesome. This is the best highway I've been on this server ever. Okay, now we're coming up to something interesting. This here is a minecart rail. And that way it goes off in one direction. There's actually something over there. And if you follow it this way, you'll see a build that used to be in this general direction. And then the railway goes off for like another 2,000 blocks. Yeah, this entire railway is about 5,000 blocks long. So I recommend, if you're here, go west off this railway. There is something there to see. I'm not going to say what's there, but there's something interesting. If you've never been to the end and you're here and you want to see what's there. Okay, though I could show you the whole pathway, it's more or less the exact same. There's nothing really particular about this pathway. It is huge, it's long, not much to see. The road is built perfectly. So if you're going to follow the ring road, just know that it's a 10,000 by 10,000 square. It's big, but the thing is you got to get out here first to get there, and then it's a good jumping off point depending on which direction you want to go. If you've got to walk out here in the end like some of us have to do. With that though, I actually want to head back to the main spawn island from where I'm at right now. I originally went west, so if I was going to head back, I'd go east. Which way am I? No, I need to go this way. So this is, if you were coming from the island, it'd be going south, but I'm going to head back to the island to go north, so I get right back to 0, 0. So let me kind of walk this particular path, because you saw that the west was right from the end island right to the 5,000, but not every single one of these is. So you're probably going to have to, some of them you're going to have to scramble your way to get to here. Other ones, it's going to get you right on there. So if I was you and you were on the end island, I would go west and then take the ring road around to where you want to go, so that you can AFK walk it, and then just go off in any of the diagonals or any direction that you want to go. But like I say, you don't have to follow the ice road. There is plenty of other paths, but none of them are this straight that you can pretty much AFK the entire way. It makes traveling so much easier. And that's what you need when you're in another dimension and not many people go to. There's no highways built like there is in the Nether. You need highways like this. Okay, actually looks like we're ending the ice highway right here. So this one got about 2,500 out. So you still got to do a little bit of traveling to get to this one. Yep, it's Ilmingos Ice Highway, built by 1i_. I even like how he puts the stairs in here. It's really cool. How did you get here? He's been following me. Nah, that's an issue with world downloads. When I was world downloading it, I'd world download or the server would crash, and because of that I would have to hop off the horse, and every time I world downloaded it, my old buddy here joined me. So there's probably a lot of horses now on this world download. Yep, but if I wanted to get back, let's see, yeah, there's this pathway right here. You could just take all the way back. You'd have to walk around a little bit to get back to the end. Oh, if you need water. If you haven't got water when you're in the end, there's always little pockets of water everywhere for you to get. Okay guys, with that I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. Like I said, this ice ring road highway system in the end is massive. It's huge. You know, you got the ring road that's a 10,000 by 10,000 square, and then you have highways off each of the cardinal directions. I know at least one of them goes out 50,000. It's a pretty extensive highway just with the ice bridges. Imagine if it was able to extend it or even made more. You know, how far could someone go out with this? But if you guys have any questions, comments about this particular video, leave some comments below and I'll get right back to you guys. And with that, I'll catch you guys later. See ya.